All right, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, citizens of YouTube. This is Pastor Dowell. Hey, let me try my best to bring a level of comprehension and a level of maturity amongst those of us who say that we quote unquote believe. But before I do that, I want to pose a couple of questions to you about culture. All right, I want you to listen to me very closely. When you come out of the pagan Christian world that we find ourselves in, reared in this abstract society called America, what's utterly amazing to me is this. We have been raised and steeped in heathenism. We have been indoctrinated in paganism. We thought we were serving Christ, only come to find out that in our minds we were serving Christ, but the truth is, in function, we were serving the devil. And that's just the truth. You know, Sunday, Christmas, and Easter. I'll leave that with the top three. But what's amazing to me is that when we are in this culture, America, all right, we never challenge why we dress the way we dress, why we think the way we think, and why we believe what we believe. The problem is this. After you are converted, no, that's a key word. After you are converted, you end up coming over to the Hebraic faith, the faith of Abraham. And you know what happens? Everybody has questions as to the reason why our women wear head coverings. They have questions why that they don't wear breeches or pants, commonly called, redefined as pants. But they never, ever, ever, ever question themselves, why are you wearing pants? And why are you going without a head covering? That is the real true question, because you see, my ancient people, we have not only laws, we have customs, we have traditions. Now, let me say this. I know that a lot of these emails that I'm getting from some of you cardinal-minded people is there for the sole purpose to cause dissension. I'm too wise for that. I understand. But I'm going to answer with clarity and with wisdom. When you listen to preachers preaching and teaching, you're going to hear people at different levels. And I know that you don't even understand that. When you first come out of paganism, what you've done is come out in your mind. You really hadn't come out in body and function. You have not done the works of a Hebrew. But that's what you've done. And again, you automatically are going to be looking for people to say what you already to believe and confirm what you already believe. And then that's going to substantiate what you believe. And then you're going to think you're right. It makes no difference that Pastor Dowell and Straightway been doing this. I've been actually doing this for 25 years. 25 years. Why do you think that there ain't too many people want to take me up on debates? So what you see, I'm going to try to use that wisdom now. What you see in me, that's what Paul says. Do. In other words, with the way you see us going in Straightway, now mind you, we have a 25-year set apart, serious-minded people jump on a lot of people. When new people come around, I do not, and I teach the saints here from the very beginning. When people come in, don't you dare try to sit up there and try to dress them up. And by telling them you need to stop doing this, stop doing that, stop doing this, stop doing that. You need to wear this and wear that. No. Let y'all deal with their heart for a little while. Now, if you've been associated with Straightway, and after 2 years, you having problems with our laws, customs, and traditions, Straightway is not the problem. You the problem. And you have a lack of understanding. I'll say it again. We grew up in this pagan Gentile world where women are wearing things that pertain to man. Somebody say, no, them are women pants. No, they ain't. They are breeches. They're breeches. You need to go look up the word breeches in the Torah, and you'll see that that was only allowed for the priest. That's it. Breeches. And men, when they will gird up their loins, you see, what we do is we play word play games today. And we want to be saved by, to be an Israelite. Now, to be an Israelite, look at this. That means you are of the faith of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. That means Yeshua, commonly called Jesus, is your Messiah. Did you know that Jesus said he came to his own? That excludes the whole entire world. In that time frame, listen to me very closely, he came to his own. That excludes the whole entire world. That means he came to his own family. You're not taught that in Christianity. No, you're not. You're not taught that too many places anywhere, because everybody's done hijacked the Hebrew religion or faith, and then they've done repackaged it and rehashed it and made it their own. And now people are running around confused all over the place. So when they come to Straightway, they see one standard. When they go to another place, they see another standard. Then they start questioning. But you know what? People ultimately like that have double-minded and two spirits. They usually gravitate to the standard that they have refused to research and study out for themselves. You see, when you become a Hebrew, if you become an Israelite, I ain't gonna say you become a Hebrew, if you become an Israelite, listen to this. There are things that are already established for us. It just boggles my mind that you never question the stuff that you did in paganism and the stuff you did in heathenism, and you're so comfortable with it. Let me explain to you the body of Christ, okay? And I'm gonna actually come from a New Testament perspective while using a touch of the Old. Israel was one nation that came up out of Egypt, Mizraim, as a mixed multitude. They received one law. They didn't have 5 or 10, 15, 20 different laws for everybody, depending on where you come from. No, one law. That law was binding on those that are homeborn as well as those that are strangers. All right? Who changed that? When did it change? Well, it has never changed. What has changed is because of all these different slaveries and captivities that my people have been in, and then end up adopting the ways of the heathen, which we were told not to learn. So when you hear people talk about the body, everybody assuming that, okay, that's a body over there, that's a body over there, that's a body over there. No, it's one body under one set of laws. When Paul, you notice, we all like reading the New Testament, some of us, right? Paul did not give different set of instructions to Timothy, and then a different set of instruction to Titus, and then taught Philemon totally different. And then when he went to the assembly of Corinth and the assembly of Philippians or Philippi, or to the assembly of Galatians or Colossians, he did not preach and teach things the way that their culture rearing was. He taught them the truth. And at one body, hopefully when they came together, they had unity because of the teachings. Notice, all of these assemblies and all of these teachings were up under one head and one leader, the chief apostle himself, the Apostle Saul. He didn't teach division. And if he ever saw somebody causing dissimulation, even if they were a man of Yah, just like Peter, he would check them. Paul checked Peter on his dissimulation. One minute he's around the Gentiles, he wanted to behave like the Gentiles, but when the Gentiles came around and he was with the Yehudi, all of a sudden Paul caught on that, and he said he withstood him to the face. That's what he did. And that's what we're lacking today, is because we've got a bunch of people trying to convert Hebrew roots, Messianics. They're trying to teach people my people's custom, my people's heritage, my people's laws. And I'll say it again. I said it once, I said it 1,000 times. If you belong to a family and you are a natural born member of that family, you're going to teach things and preach things different than those who are coming in, unless they came in and they were reared from their youth up from a member of that family. That's the problem we're having today. So the problem we have today is that people are at different levels. And the confusion comes in is when you that are babes, you that are novices, when you hear one preacher say one thing, then the next thing you know, you come over here and you hear me say another, then you wonder, why is there a division? It's not a division. It's just that we're at different levels. That is the truth. And you haven't discerned that. And so what happens is that you usually go listen to the preacher or the teacher that suits you. I will say this. You know, at Straightway, we have 7 communities running. I'm talking about six working communities. I mean, working where people boots on the ground, living, set apart, the whole 9 yards. When you come around us, you can tell that we are total different people. And the one thing that I said is one person who emailed me, I said, let me tell you something. Obedience brings about a trust from the Most High, which will give you more power. Listen to what I said. When you're obedient to the Most High, Yah, He will. Remember, too much is given, much is required. Remember the story of the talents, 1, 5, 1, 2, 1, 1. And then, our job is to increase them talents that He gave us. What talent did He give you? And so that's why you see straightway we constantly keep going up in power. Because remember, the demonstration of the word is not the demonstration of the spirit is not in word only, but in power. So there's a lot to be desired and a lot to understand. You just have a lot of growth to go. All of you do. You really, truly do. That's the reason why among 1,000, you can have a whole bunch of teachers, but you only have one counselor. And that's the truth, and that's the true straight way. You need to determine who that is.